Hey y'all, it's your girl Just Free coming at you with part two of the Kendra G show. So this is the continuation of the pharmacist, and I was gonna end it. My computer unfortunately ran out of space. I have to take this to a shop and get this cleaned out or something because it's getting on my nerves. Okay, I was gonna end this. I was the last video I ended it with Renee's comment, but it's cut off. I'm not gonna pick that back up. We are going to pick up here where we left off because I took a listen before I started recording, and I got some more shit to say. So, sister girl got some shit to say. Let's get into it.
I,
Hear you,
me and
feel
my
you.
kids, we are, we could be a great solid foundation for anyone who's looking to build a family or have a family. Um, I love to travel. I know how to cook. I
I don't know if this in my last video caught this. Child, you and your your kids is not a good solid foundation for a man, with or without children. Be very clear, ma'am. Your kids bring nothing to this man. Understand? Like they bring nothing. They are going to take. You got to buy a bigger house. Now, supposing maybe he come with 2 or 3 kids, alleged. Let's say, okay. Now, okay, you got one, two, three, and say he just had a house or an apartment with him and his, or no, say he owned a house and he got 3 bedrooms, right? So then you come into the picture. I don't believe in women moving or moving in with women. So you move into his house. He got his 3 bedrooms, his room, and then the room for the other 2 kids. Then y'all got to rearrange and buy a bigger house for your 3 and his 2. And then, you know, the older they get and start to do stuff, you're gonna be looking at him like, hey, can you shoot me a couple of dollars? Cause Stacy Q wanna go to the prom, or she wanna go here, or she got a school trip and she wanna do this or that. Or even still, even if she don't need no money from you or him, you know what I'm saying? The money that's going towards the kids ain't going towards the house. I mean, and a man, there may be a man that may be cool with that, but you're not a foundation. My point is you are not an asset. This is not an asset. This is a deficit or a minus. Like not having nothing to do with the kids' inherent, um, you know, value as humans. But you the girl this oh my god. Ooh, child. Kevin Samuels, come back from the dead just for 5 more minutes, child. 5 more minutes just to talk about this video.
I'm really interested in being with someone who is wanting to build. So I feel like I'm young enough to still have time to do things like that.
Damn, how old was she? I forgot. And then she talking about I don't know, child. I mean, you talk about building. I hope my man. I would imagine my man already got what he gonna have. Like, why are we building in our 40s?
And I just want to point out one thing. So you said a woman who can come and fit into a man's life who does well in life, right? So I work remote. I'm going to work remote from now on. The position I have is my position. It's practically global position in my company, and I work when I want to. And so I would love to meet a man who has a dream and a plan and needs someone to help him facilitate that. I can do.
Oh, ain't that so precious? She willing to facilitate the man's dream. Oh, look at her. Come on, girl.
Do that. It's not a problem. I promise you, I have the time. And, I just want someone to come in, or I just want to meet someone. I don't want to say come in. I want to meet someone who wants to come together and build life together, do life together, enjoy life together, spend time with a companion. So that is why someone should want to be with me. Everybody needs a companion.
Okay. And now you have three children, and they're all under the age of 18. So wherever you go, your kids are coming with you, correct?
What do you mean by that?
I mean that your kids live with you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
What the hell she thought she meant by that? You got three kids. You got to find a babysitter. I mean, the oldest, if I recall, is 15. She still need looking after. You're not going away on even a weekend vacation without somebody watching her ass. So I know, girl, cut it out. Like you still have kids. I mean, they're teenagers, but honey, you have to have things in place. Which I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, but ooh, child.
you guys
I
are
thought you meant
making
like
that.
on vacation or something.
No,
Girl,
no, no.
no,
So I'm,
girl.
I'm thinking like long term serious. So how would
Oh,
that
yeah.
work? Like, what kind of role do you want the guy to play in your children's life?
So I wholeheartedly believe in the man being the head. Listen, I'm one of those black women who is like, I'm tired. I don't even want to do this. Yes, I have all of this stuff, but if you want to come in and usher our lives, be my guest. I'm happy with that. So I would love a man to come in and play the role of, or take on the role of, not play the role, this is not a game, take on the role of father to my children and
Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. I can't. Ooh, girl. This is stuff that I never even really thought about. The points that the manosphere make about women and children. And listen, I got two. I mean, I got one grown and a 13-year-old boy who could use a stepfather. But listen, it is what it is. I just have to deal with it. But I totally understand why um this is not I mean, children are not a good sell. And not that you're trying to sell them, but you know what I'm saying. I can see why men avoid single moms. Now, listen, they single moms get wiped up all the time. My mother was a single mom who got wiped up. My dad had a kid. They both each had a kid, but their agreement was to raise me. That he was going to raise me alone as my father. That's it, and that's all. That other man who I met years later down the line when I was older, he my father would not have married my mother had, you know, my biological father been a part of the situation for the simple fact that, it's chaotic, it's confusion, well, it can be, especially with somebody like my dad who went with the bullshit. Like you say one wrong thing, he he had all the smoke. Like you couldn't talk to him greasy. Okay, be very clear. All 5'6" of him. You wasn't gonna talk to him greasy. He was like you know, like a Floyd Mayweather. I mean, um, he wasn't no boxer or nothing, but he will fight, and he had a temper, not in an abusive way. It wasn't no abuse going on. But you get what I'm saying? Like certain kind of men, you cannot have like when it's like the lion and the pride. You cannot infiltrate that you know that pride. He is the head. That's it, and that's all. Ain't nobody else gonna have no say. But I know that's not what this. Oh, that's not what this is. Ooh, child. you think a man gonna come into this situation and tell some teenagers what to do? Let me check my messages, child, because I cannot stop laughing. Ooh wee.
Husband to me. Yes.
Okay, all right. Let's do it, girlfriend. Give them your Instagram page.
KHORTNY.
K H
Courtney.
O R N T Y K H
No.
O K H
KHORTNY.
KHORTNY. I didn't say that?
He put the N before the T. It
Okay.
was a simple, yeah.
All right.
Not a
So
big deal.
KHORTNY. All right, Courtney, Pisces, Houston, Texas, 39, pharmaceutical scientist, 3 girls. Keep me posted how it goes, boo.
Oh, look at my niece. She's on your. My niece is on your thing. That's hilarious. Thank you, Kendra.
You're welcome, sweetie. Bye, baby.
Bye.
All right. Hey, Zach Book, I'm about to bring you on real quick. I saw you in the comment section. You said I was
Hey,
preaching the word?
you was preaching that word today, boy. You was on one.
What did I say, Zach?
You, you gave that good word. I
She
was so
was
happy you
preaching,
said it.
child.
Well, okay, I think, yeah. So the man with money is Zach does well in life. You can attest. You're a man, so you speak in that way. I don't want to talk for men.
Well, I'm a man and I make over 6 figures, well over. And when we are looking for a mate, we're not necessarily looking for somebody rich, but we don't want you to be a bum either. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I see what she was saying. The only thing I disagree with is just, what if a man who makes 50K, you can help him build? You know
And
what I'm
this
saying?
is what I was saying.
Disqualifying. I felt like she was disqualifying all men who didn't make money like her. And I'm like, you can help him build. You work remote, help him build, get his stuff together, and y'all can work out together. You know what
And
I'm saying? But like to discredit him is just like she was like, you said 75. 75 is good money.
yeah,
Okay, listen, let me say this. I'm not against what he's saying, but at a certain age, a lot of people are comfortable where they're at. You know what I'm saying? You may be able to come into somebody's life and say, "Hey, I got this idea. Since we together, what you think about it? You want to help me, work on it or whatever." You know, well into your 40s, if that happens. Say, like my cousin, she wants to start an event business, event planning business, and she's 40 now, or 40. What? I'm 43. She's 41. Um, and separate from what she had already been doing, right? Um, and you may get into a relationship and that person may or may not want to go down that path with you, but you may really be into this person and they only making a certain amount of money, but they don't want to get caught up in your event planning business because that's not their passion or whatever. Now they may do try to help you because they love you and want to help you, but I don't know. It's like it's almost like when Kevin used to talk about, no, if this person make a certain amount of money, that's what they make, nothing more, nothing less. Because I'm in a situation where I'm content. I mean, I'm content with my career, and I would like to make a few extra more dollars, but other than that, I'm good. You know, for example, I'm an LPN. I could have became an RN, but I chose not to. I didn't want to do that, right? Um, so you can't always depend on somebody wanting to wanting to build or have ambition past a certain age. Especially if they already in the career that they've chosen and they've been doing it for a long time. I've been doing what I've been doing for 15 years. I'm not going back to iron school. I'm just not going to do it unless somebody come along and say, "Hey, it's completely free. You want to go? You ain't got to pay shit, right?" Um, then yeah, maybe. But then I'd have to have somebody paying my rent and my bills. So I guess the point I'm just trying to make is a lot of people are where they are going to be, and you can't just come into somebody's life and be like, "Oh, why don't you do this and that? Why don't you have ambition?" It's, especially after a certain age, it's just not gonna work. Been there, tried that. When I was younger, I was dating a guy and I couldn't understand why he only worked 40 hours a week. Why you only work 40 hours a week? I mean, he had one child that didn't live with him. He paid his child support or whatever. Oh, child, whole other story.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's the off balance with the dynamic right now. Because see, men who have a lot of money, they're okay with providing because that's
Yeah,
what men do in the
right.
end. Like, I'm supposed to be able to take care of my wife, my girl, my family. There's no pushback in that. When the tables turn and the woman has a lot of money, she doesn't really want to take care of
You don't
another
want
man.
to
And
do
I
that.
understand that
You don't.
dynamic,
Right.
but you might have to be open minded if you want a companionship or a partnership.
You definitely got to be open minded to him making less money. And that's just it, and that's all. Because especially being average looking. Listen, most of us are average. It's not a dish. She's an average looking woman. She's not going to get um this hunky looking guy that, you know what I'm saying, makes all this kind of money. Now she could find a guy that, may love her for her and is not going to use her. But once you become husband and wife, it ain't no more using. What's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. That's it, and that's all. Um, but the chances are much less for her to find somebody that's not making um more than her.
Because actually, if you help build a man, you're probably going to get him more. Like, you'll
Right.
probably get the faithfulness you desire. You probably get the things that it's hard to. If you meet a man that got six
A man
figures
that
and all this
needs you.
money, huh?
Get you a man that needs you.
Yes,
That's
in
what.
so many ways.
That's
Now that
right.
is right. And this is a tricky conversation because I do understand women like he got no job, he got no place to live, and
I'm not saying a bum.
right.
I'm saying somebody who a hardworking man. Let's say a man is a school teacher. He teaches.
Okay, when he say a man that needs you, first of all, a successful man don't need a woman. Okay, some people just, child, they just shoot from the lips and they don't really think about what they're saying. A successful man don't need you, but if you come into his life and have certain qualities that make life easier for him, it's not the same as him needing you. It's him being able to depend and trust you. Um, that trust is a huge thing. Trust and being able to um have a sense of peace
Just math. He's passionate about.
and um knowing that, like the comedian that came on when he talked about his women will work for him. I mean, ultimately I'd rather do that and drive around in the Benz and be a high paid girlfriend than a damn secretary working for you know, Amazon. Because at least I know that it's a possibility me and my man we're gonna grow together, build this thing together. But a lot of modern women don't think like that, right? But the need thing, I don't agree with that. But you should um be a woman that you know is an asset in a way that you're pretty, you're fit, you're friendly, and then you might have some business skills to offer, and to be able to maybe come in and manage a few things. That would be helpful. But no man needs a woman
about helping kids, but that's
or no successful man.
just a career that doesn't pay a lot of money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I have to have a side hustle, something else, but he's still a good man. Give that man a shot. You know what I'm saying? Don't credit him just because he still does good work out here. And but the thing I want to talk about, Kendra, since you got me here, let's talk about this height thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's bring because Zach, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
He's 5'8". So what do you want to say to the women who are stuck on 6 feet, six
Listen,
figures,
your
six
king,
inches? What you
yeah,
want to say to them?
I'm gonna let y'all know your king is shorter than you, baby. Your king is shorter than you when you put on heels, and that's okay. Okay, you need to come over here and get
And be very clear, it's a lot of women that's gonna miss out on a good man because of their height requirement. Thankfully, I'm not that way. I've dated guys shorter than me. I'm 5'7". Um, I've had a couple of dudes that was, five, I don't know, like 5'6", 5'5.5", at least a few inches shorter than me, right? So I don't have a problem with it. So that's not my issue, baby boy. That's not my issue, girl. Y'all gonna miss out on these good men. Look at Kamora Lee and Russell. I always thought that was me personally. I always thought that was cute. I like the fact that she towered over him. That's just me. Look at Aniko and Kevin Hart. Bitch, I bet you one thing. If it was Kevin Hart, your ass wouldn't be talking about no damn height requirement because that money is that money long. Um, so you wouldn't be worried about no damn height. Let me see. I was gonna read some comments about the lady, the prior. I don't know what I was looking for.
you a man that's under 5'10". We treat you right over here, baby. 5'10", we make good money. You know what I'm saying? If he's skinny, we all penis. Let's talk about it.
He said what? And my mother husband was shorter. My mother husband was shorter than her. My dad was short. My dad was like 5'6", 5'5". He was shorter. He definitely. I'm 5'7". He was definitely shorter than. He was a few inches shorter than me. He probably was like 5'6" though. I think he came like right up to my. Like I think the top of his head came up to my eyes.
You're all penis.
I didn't, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all so tight. He got to be 6 feet, 6 feet. Listen, man, everybody ain't tall like that. He need to be in the NBA playing in the league or something. If he got a regular job, hey, he gonna be about 5'10". That's okay. I mean, look, 5 something.
Yeah, yeah. So ladies gotta be open minded to somebody that is potentially. I mean, look. Well, Kevin Hart's not a good example, but Kevin Hart's like 5'4".
He
He's like
is.
that's a little. I see, understand that.
But
But
Kevin
like,
Hart's not a good example because he's massively rich. So our rules change
Yeah, the rules change. If it was Kevin Hart, they not gonna be talking about no damn height.
when you're massively rich.
I don't mind. I don't mind my woman being taller than me, and like that's okay. That's okay.
That's
If you feel a little taller than me, that's all right.
okay. Okay. Well, Zach, you want to add anything else?
Biggest thing is just the height and the money thing. I felt like she was just. I thought she was such a sweet girl. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she did really like her energy just made me feel like she was a wife. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like she was disqualifying. Like I feel like she was just disqualifying dudes because of how much money they make. And that's
What do
all.
you think about women that have multiple children? Is that does that make men step back at times?
I will say that. I will say, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what they're looking for. Some guys, you know, may be coming out of a situation where they don't necessarily want to have children. So they don't mind a woman having children. But I'm gonna tell you something. Once you hit 3, it gets tricky. You know,
Tell me
one,
why.
I mean, one is cool. One, you'd be like, okay, you had one. But then when you talk about two, you'd be like, ooh, 3, you need some, you need more bedrooms. You know,
See, I just said that. What kind of house? Y'all got to go back and get your whole new house. The
3 kids,
hell?
where they staying? You know, you gotta get a
Right.
4, 5 bedroom house,
I
grocery
just
bill.
said that. And he capping a little bit. He's talking about, well, you ain't got any. Well, one, two. I mean, well, of course, yeah, one. Most men don't mind two, and then three. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that come with that, you know. But
Okay.
I wouldn't if I was a woman who had 3 kids or whatever, and your kids are taken care of. Don't think that disqualifies you. You know what I'm saying? Um, it just
Listen, obviously it don't disqualify you, but let's keep it a buck. Like, don't simp and don't do that because this lady, in spite of her unfortunate circumstances, first of all, child, the first man alone, she just first man alone disqualify her, in my opinion. But hey, somebody, maybe somebody out there want it now. But I'm just saying, like, don't there's no shame in the black community. And at the end of the day, I think that the results ultimately, they humble you. Cause I mean, she's not gonna get the results that she wants. Child, she's just not gonna get the results she wants.
really, ladies, what you need to do is just find a way. Men, this is how men pick the woman who's the most attractive that likes them, that adds the most value to their life. That's
Mm.
their wife. The one that they're most attracted to, that also adds the most value to their life.
The one that they're most attracted to that also adds the most value. And in what ways does she add value?
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Can
in what ways does she add value? So, what are some of the things that men are looking for when they say add value?
when you say add value, let's say, you know, it's not necessarily something you have to do specifically. Like if you hear him talking about something like, man, I just moved, I'm trying to decorate my apartment, and she come through on Pinterest, she send you a Pinterest page with like, you know, different designs and stuff. You're like, man, I can see how you can add value. You know what I'm saying? You talking to her about, oh man, I've had a rough day or something. She's like, well, come to my house, I'll cook you something, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It's just look at our life and see where we need the help and insert yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be necessarily an expensive thing or a long drawn out thing, but sometimes men, we don't feel heard, man. We don't feel cared for. And we don't feel like we can necessarily express emotion. So if you can come and be a place of peace, you know what I'm saying, and add value, I promise you, you that's way better than being fine.
It's way better than being
We
fine.
we hate fine women with bad attitudes. You ain't even fine no more.
You ain't even
Yeah.
fine anymore. Okay. You. I guess you was preaching tonight too, Zach.
Well, you know, you the one gave the first word.
I guess the Lord came tonight.
The Lord came tonight. KG, where are you? Oh, you came.
I'm back in Chicago. I just got back.
Oh well, that was good on a note. We'll end that on that note. That was actually what? Where am I? 29 minutes. I wanted to read some more comments. Cause sister girl got my panties all in a bunch, child. Um, so Elaine said, great energy. She seems to be a lovely person. She really does seem like a nice lady. I will give her that. Um, but try that on the dating market and see what happens. She needs to go to therapy. That stuff about women being more emotionally intelligent is cap. Imagine being a great victim with three daughters looking to entangle with a strange man. I would say that's low. What? Low it, but the woman is educated. I mean, you know, we don't know if she, first of all, we don't know if she went to therapy or not. I have to trust that she claims she's okay now and she's moved past it. Um, but I will have to agree having three daughters and looking to date before they get out of the house is a no for me. Um, it's a no. This Crystal B says this must be getting paid well if she thinks 75,000 is mediocre, right? According to Google, she make 85K. Um, 75K in the South is actually pretty good, especially when you don't let social media trick you into living above your means. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, 75K with no kid. It depends with or without kids. 75K with no kids is really good. I think it probably puts you in the top 25% of the population, right? Of the U.S. population, maybe. And then, but if you now add on some kids, then it's not the same, right? Uh, Christopher Brown. Kevin Samuels lives on. I got a PhD. She buckled down and focused on that PhD and forgot about that man child. Now she look up and she single. She got these three girls, but yeah, that don't keep you warm at night, sis. So now she want to look around talking about she want a man. Denial Cole says nobody wants to help build a grown man. Is he serious? Why are men so comfortable wanting a woman's helping hand? Y'all are getting soft, and I don't like that. So, okay, Hiroshima, whatever your name is. Okay, I agree, Nicole or Nicole, deny Nicole, because that's the same thing I had to tell a friend of mine. Like, girl, you 40, we 43 years. I'm 43, she 44. She dating a dude that's not too long out of prison. Then found out he had a wife and a girlfriend. Child, ain't nobody. First of all, ain't nobody got time for that. That's a bunch of foolishness, right? But at the end of the day, like you said, nobody wants to help build a grown man. My man got to be established, child. If he ain't solid in his career for some years now, then I don't fucking want him. Cause I'm not helping build shit at this age. Now I could see in my 20s and I'm, or my daughter 25 and she dating a guy and everything, but at 40, at 35 and up, 40 plus, no, 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 we ain't doing that. No, no, no. Uh, okay. Random thoughts. So the comments from black men in here are section are vile and disgusting, but not nearly as disgusting as her sitting here professing her unappreciated and not reciprocated love for black men. Black men, black women, wake up because they don't respect you in all actuality. They hate you. Oh, girl, go take a breath mint. I get what the guy at the end was saying, but I doubt she can help build men in their 40s and 40s making 50K and six-figure earners. Exactly. So the point that Kevin Samuels was making is, once somebody is established, making what they're gonna make, women like to think they can come in and say, "Oh, well, why aren't you ambitious? Don't you want to make more money?" And like I said before, a lot of people are just content with what they have, and you should accept that or move on. Period. You can't make somebody want um something. Okay, class. Maybe that logic will work on younger men. You are pretty set in your ways at 40 and older. Hello, absolutely. There you go. Don't be telling me to chill out. Who's she talking to? I missed that. Men don't care about your money. They don't care about your PhD. I know that's right, Stacy. Men making 100K plus easy are not on Tag Kendra Show, POF Black Planet Dating Apps. We are average folks. Now, Kendra to me is average. I don't give a F about her money or who she knows, barely what she knows, as long as it's the basics as an adult woman, what you have. Carrie Brooks said, I love her. Freak all you broke, uneducated people. Despite her setback, she managed to get a PhD in pulling six figures. So what if she needs to lose 20 pounds? She's a good catch. Haters! Listen, honey. She on here looking for a man. So what her PhD got to do with her finding a man? That ain't gonna help her find a man. And child, that PhD certificate ain't gonna make her ain't gonna hold her at night either, now is it? Jericho replies, good catches don't come with three kids and that much baggage. Carrie says, that's your opinion. Apparently not, or she wouldn't be on the show. I know that's right. Carrie, go sit down and take a nap. Jesus. Our Yvette says she's from Louisiana. Black men making 70K, 75K are not in abundance. She either needs to date non-black men or come sift through the warehouse forklift, self-employed black men like the rest of us, or move. But I think she said she in Texas. She ain't in Louisiana. Um, he can't be missing a finger. By the way, the vast majority of men that come on this show don't say that they want a woman to match their economic status. Hopefully, you all will listen one day. Dorian says some of you only see the world through your own lens. I pray that you evolve from that. What the hell does that mean? Let's ask him what he means. Because listen, I'll just say, can you elaborate? Because at the end of the day, facts is facts and opinions are opinions. And results are results. So I mean, yeah, it may come across as harsh judgment or whatever, but the fact remains. Cooley Ward says, I'm sorry for what happened to her, but from how she looks, she keeps running into finger missing riff raff, and broke dudes, because I hate to say it, but she's not going to be able to attract good guys that have money. Listen, yeah, no. PhD and XYZ and three kids, it doesn't matter, honey. It's not gonna get you what you're looking for. If anything, you're gonna have to quote unquote settle for a man who makes less money than you. Let's start there. Okay. And secondly, um, I would be very, very, very selective about who I brought around my girls, considering the situation you have been in the past, or that happened to you rather. Forgive me. First off, Perry Mills says, why the F would you ever tell a kid they were created as a product of grape when they are not an adult? Secondly, do you just not believe in birth control or condoms? Like you can get a pass for the one, but the other two were just reckless. Sure. Sadly, three children with three different men, regardless of the sad situation, says a lot about her judgment, especially in such a short period of time. She could sell all children in a 4-year period. You aren't smart in a book but have no common sense. She would have to date a man that needs her, as Kendra's coworker said. She is just another example of why 1 in 4 black women is married. You can figure out the rules of a job and how to act. I'm sure she has 50, 11 best friends and know those friendships, but you know very little about men and romantic relationships and aren't invested in learning. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, let's rock out in the comments section. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree or disagree with my commentary. I'd love to hear from you. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you